Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Miss Catalina. Okay, so you know what? I wanted to do this video. I don't know why I've lost my voice. Like it feels like it's gone. Okay, can you hear it? It sounds like I don't know what's happened to my voice because I haven't been talking all day to anybody. So I don't know why it's gone. Maybe it's just things I've been eating. But anyways, I wanted to talk about the term transgender versus trans. And my voice is just fading away. And I don't know why my eyes are changing. My voice is changing and so is my eyes. Yes, I've got a filter on. Anyways, back to the term. I really don't like this eye color filter thing. It's annoying to me. I like my eyes black or brown, darling. Black or brown. Anyways, I need to start again because, yeah. I don't know, I've used this filter before. My eyes never changed color. And now suddenly, it's changing color, which I don't like. I don't like it no more. Said I don't like it no more. Yeah, yeah. Transgender, and then you've got trans. So transgender is an umbrella term that everybody knows that it's an umbrella term, and under that umbrella term there are different identities. There is trans man, trans woman, there is non-binary, gender diverse, gender fluid, gender dual gender. There's all these different variations of gender identity that falls under the umbrella term transgender. I don't know why. Actually, I just realised that in between Australia and New Zealand, I think trans is different and somewhat the same, like depending on the generation. I am one of the co-founders of the Trans Pride March Melbourne and the Trans Pride concert. So that trans term, it really is inclusive. I'm trans, but I'm a trans woman, you know. So trans, to me, you know, it's just really mind-blowing why there's that difference and why we're sort of stepping away from trans. So for the Trans Pride concert, the Trans Pride March Melbourne, it is for all trans people. There is a percentage who do not who don't identify as trans. I don't identify as trans. I identify as a trans woman. First and foremost, I mean, gender-wise, when I'm trying to identify my gender, it is trans woman, not trans. And trans is more of an umbrella term. The trans is just an abbreviation of transgender, and for us, it includes everybody that falls under the umbrella. Some people use it as a quick reference to say, look, I'm trans, and what that's up to them. But I don't identify as trans. I identify as a trans woman, and I use the term trans depending on the context and depending on what the situation is. Then I will quickly say that I'm trans, but majority of the time I do say that I am a trans woman. And I'll explain why we use the term trans for Trans Pride March Melbourne. We wanted to go with the one word trans, so we needed to abbreviate the concept, the name, because, you know, calling it transgender and gender diverse or trans and gender diverse was too long, so we had to shorten it. It's already long, and we shortened it by using the abbreviation of transgender, which is trans. And so we called it Trans Pride because we had to put pride in there. Trans Pride March, and we had to put March in there because we wanted people to know what this was all about. It was a trans pride march. For us, trans is inclusive of everybody in our community. So that's why we called it Trans Pride March Melbourne. And already that was long, and we shortened it as much as we could. But I know that in parts of Australia and also America, I don't know about much about New Zealand, but I know the two, because I'm pretty much have really close connections with, you know, the trans community in America and Australia, obviously, that it depending on the generation that you come from, you have a different understanding of trans. So I think in my generation, we tended not to care. The younger generation tend to use just non-binary or gender diverse. They don't like to associate themselves with the term trans because they feel that it's trans to them means different. It kind of means like you've medically transitioned or you've transitioned from one gender to the next. I think that's why. And I also, there have been times where I don't take hormones. So that doesn't mean that I'm not trans. I am still a trans woman. Did I just confuse you? The term whawhawhinge goes hand in hand with the term transgender because one is really purely just about gender identity. That's it. There's nothing else to it. It's just the gender identity. Whereas Samoan whawhawhinge, the whawhawhinge term itself is actually a culture identity. And in that, there are some culture traditions that usually are performed by a whawhawhinge. And so that is a little bit different. So and there's other differences as well. And I use the term Samoan whawhawhinge depending on, you know, where I'm at, because it's a long, you know, title to have trans woman, whawhawhinge, Samoan.